Hi, you guys. I've picked this filter for a reason. You'll see why soon enough. I found a very interesting audio clip of Tom Girardi, and I'm hoping that what he says he was going to do to Bank of America in a Ponzi scheme that he called out, and I guess on behalf of other victims, irony in that is overwhelming. I wonder if we could do to him. So I'm playing this to you to see what you think. Okay? As always, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. You never know what's going to pop up on this channel. You never know when it's going to come down. So get in there and get watching as soon as I post a video. Sometimes I can't leave them up. This case, I think we're okay. But okay, guys, so here it is. I'm playing it for you. Tom Girardi on Champions of Justice, January 4th, 2015, already doing the Ponzi scheme, using the money to fund Erika Jayne Girardi's lifestyle. Here it is, kids. Listen to what he says about the justice system. Listen to what he says about the Ponzi scheme, and listen to what he says about how he was able to recover more damages because the people had gone to jail already that did the Ponzi scheme. Okay? Here we go.
The houses are going to fall down. And indeed, it's in the class action department, rarely can an individual afford to go forward with the litigation. In other words, if I just have my house that is being damaged, the experts and everything to put this thing together would cost more than my house is worth. Mm-hmm. So the only way in which justice can really take place would be for the people to band together, as they have. And we've had some very nice success so far. I say we because it was all Graham. But nonetheless, we've had some very nice success so far in solving this problem.
We had a couple other successes this year, too, in this department. The consumer area is one that we really focus on in insurance issues or banking issues. And we had a case that resolved what we called the Financial Plus case, but it was against Bank of America for aiding and abetting a Ponzi scheme, down here and localized here in Southern California. And we're able to resolve that case for approximately $9 million for the victims of the Ponzi scheme, which is terrific because the people who actually perpetrated the scheme had long since been put in prison, bankrupt, had no money, and there was a smaller recovery from them. But we were actually able to hold the bank responsible in the settlement. Of course, the case didn't go through to final judgment or anything, but it did get resolved. Bank of America stepped up and did the right thing for these folks after they got scammed out of basically millions of dollars. And then another case that we had resolved this year was a nationwide settlement over PEX product. It's a plastic plumbing system that has brass components, and the yellow brass components had been essentially corroding out, or dezincifying is what the metallurgists call it. And we had achieved a nationwide settlement for a PEX claim against one of the major manufacturers, and that affected, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of people
here. And the stories are all good stories, and the stories are all, I think, were successful primarily because of the work that the firm did to make sure that the right thing happened. We had a nice result this year that we've talked about before, but we can't let the 214 pass without talking a little bit about Brian Stowe's case against the Dodgers.
And the whole time he's stealing people's money to pay for Erika. What a clown. What a clown. All of these people are clowns. I don't know, tell the trustee maybe the banks are liable in some way. Just ridiculous. Champions of justice, my ass. And by the way, Erika, everybody sees behind your makeup. So what is a quick update on Erika Jayne Girardi's position at the moment? She's been included in another lawsuit that had to do with a wife trying to collect the money that Tom Girardi won on behalf of her husband, who suffered a head injury in the NFL. She's just alleged in a civil litigation that Erika Jayne Girardi aided and abetted Tom Girardi in getting money out of the legal firm, that belonged to his clients, which is now she's dealing with. Also, the trustees looking into wire transfers that were made from Girardi Keys to Erika Jayne Girardi's company. And so that's another thing that's happening. Let me read you something. Edelson was trying to pursue Erika Jayne Girardi after having the case dismissed in Chicago in California. And what came out of this was that Alyssa Miller, the trustee, said that Edelson's motion would disrupt GK's trustee, Girardi Keys, administration of the GK estate, because they're trying to investigate whether the law firm's assets were fraudulently transferred to the reality star. And they've been doing that for the last few months now. And again, like I mentioned, they're looking into her wire payments. So Erika was trying to hide behind her company, but her company now has not been in good standing for quite some time with the Secretary of State of California. So that obviously she's abandoning that course of action. Ronald Richards, who's my friend, he's been on the podcast many times. He thinks that that's really helpful to, the creditors, that she's not really keeping up that entity's status. Anyway, I'll post, he also posted a calculation that there was over $500 million in debt based on 52 pages of creditor claims against Girardi Keys. So I think, we might lose it, so I'll put it in here just so we have it for legacy. I have no peace over this still. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button.